So welcome to episode 38 of Blind Marathon Deathworld Spidertron Percent, and we're heading over to the nuclear node now, and there's a bunch of handcrafting of like turbines and stuff like that. We've got some pipes and we've got a bunch of tanks. That's actually nowhere near enough tanks, is it? Never mind. Because yeah, we got to fix the power problem because we've been at 280 for probably not very long. But only a couple of minutes is fine. And we got all the things we need here to fix it. Like, I got a bunch of fuel that I can't actually. Okay, fine. We can do it this way around. Have some pipes. Have some of those pipes. Have all of those. Have all of those. Have some of those. We shall fix this first. Because yeah, powering a third reactor. Have some of those. Powering a third reactor does 280 megawatts, and then powering a fourth reactor will take this bit of our output here to 480, and we have connected into this bit enough heat exchangers to do I think 400. Some of these bits are missing, and then we've got enough turbines for about 350. So yeah, our output is creeping up as the heat works its way down these pipes. But that's all fine. The next thing what you got to do is extend this. So actually, let's get the pipes as well. Smash that in there. How far is this? So we could have one like here. Okay, so if those two guys don't exist and that goes there, then they'll be able to build all of the stuff. So my robot's helping with the trees. Oh, I think also, yeah, I have a lot more robots that I can use, and this other network doesn't have a lot of robots, but that's kind of fine because I can just give it more robots, and I was doing a bunch of stuff. Should I make more fuel? Yeah, let's make more fuel. How much? A stack from here and a stack from here, and these guys are, yeah, we just blasting this. It's fine. Have that. Make me a lot of fuel. You've got a lot of that? Yeah, you do. So that's fine. So the next thing, did I give it? Let's give it all the pipes and then get back what we don't use afterwards. Might need some of those as well. Probably need some of those. That's all going to be fine. Because what we want is I didn't get the pipes on this side. We want that line of pipes to continue. We want this line of pipes to continue. Then we want tank support on both sides. About that many tanks apparently. And then the thing with the deal in the middle, yeah, I'm not going to have enough. Actually, you know what I should have done? I mean, it won't actually make a difference because everything's still connected, but I'll feel better about having those guys going under there like that. Is our power grid fixed yet? Yeah, it's fine. It's now completely fine. I'm only making 400, but this peak capacity will like take into account those things. So let's just check that the base is doing good things, and yeah, we are putting full belts again. This is doing a bunch of work. These are making some things. Lots of that happening. Actually, while we're here, is it worth? I would have to upgrade all these things, wouldn't I? Probably still worth doing. I talked about upgrading these to blue belt, so that's the thing we're going to do now. That we've now mostly done. That means these will have to go to red. All of that gets upgraded, that gets upgraded. And then this section. I don't even know if I need the middle ones. With blue might be able to go from here directly to here, but whatever, that's another thing we'll deal with later. Okay, so should be some bots floating down here with this stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, the other thing I needed to do was, yeah, so we don't have enough tanks, but I need to sort out this thing in the middle again, and the pattern I'm pretty sure I still liked was Was it 3 tanks here? It might have only been 2. Does this? It doesn't get that far. It only gets to there. Okay, fine. Yeah, and then 3 tanks. And then these 2 guys. Except this one gets a pump here, and then 2 tanks, which are that way around, so I can pump into these tanks. And then this one, and it looks like now I'm. Oh no, wait! I did want one more, didn't I? I wanted to go. Yeah, but the idea of this is these different steam pumps pump steam into different parts of the build. So now I should also be able to go all of this, press F to mirror it, and it should fit in here nicely. So yeah, now we should, when these tanks go in, they don't have tanks. They don't have enough tanks, do they? Never mind. I can do that manually. I can go and bring them some more tanks. So I've got a couple of options. I might just go and do that manually. That might be the fastest way of doing it. And like all these other things are connected, I kind of don't really care. Let's go there, there, and then this will be. I need a pump. This here will be like essentially the final state of how many turbines we want. So I guess we want 1 more row of turbines after that. And it's going to have to be this one because it wants some power poles. And that's going to be 174 is significantly more than we need for all 6 reactors, but also like I'm probably going to put some more on the outside as well when I've got enough tanks, and like tanks want to continue down this way as well. I flipped these tanks halfway. Never mind, don't actually think it matters. Never mind. Yeah, we're expanding the power grid past these reactors with solar, and then we'll store steam in the tanks. The turbines will provide the power at night. Got a lot of these. Let's give them, spread these guys around a bit more. For 33, because I do, yeah. So now they're more or less balanced. They got like about 400 each, which is fine. Give me back these, because I'm pretty sure we have the processing tech that doesn't really matter. But let's do something silly like, do I have a box? I have a box. You can have all of those. You're going to be reprocessing. Still have this aluminium ore. Fine. I wonder if these guys have. I wonder if there's enough for 1 more cycle. Ha, there is, sure. So yeah, so we're reprocessing all of that. We're making a lot of fuel. Yeah, I might actually need more of this stuff in here. That's gonna be just fine as well. The entire power situation is now completely fine, and I have vast amounts of, like at this point, I might also need to be mining just to get more of the dull kind, because these guys still use 19 of the dull kind for every 1 of the bright kind in order to make fuel cells. But yeah, not a big deal, not a problem of any kind at the moment. Let's use this fuel. Okay, so that's fuel situation dealt with. The next, oh wait, reasonably importantly, how much of this stuff did you guys not use? Give me all of this, give me, you know, some of these. And then you also have more bots than you really need, right? Like you've got 58 construction bots left. And they're all sitting in that one, that's fine. I still need to come up and bring you, how many more tanks? Yeah, about 60 more tanks, sure. Later things. We got to go down here and rebuild this bit of the input network, because this kind of parking mess cannot continue in the way that it is. It's just not okay. I did actually want that one. We can probably have one. So if I have those exits done, then I can get rid of all of these. I mean, it's not actually done yet, but it's pretty close to being done. I'd like to go to come up here. Okay, now the exits are done. It means I can break all this old exit and then start to put how far does this one go? It needs to go to like here, and then another one, I guess, like I could probably fit 2 in here. How long is this other stretch? Yeah. Is that going to be in the right place? This one is now a little far back, isn't it? Yeah, so that's got 4 in place for that signal, and that's fine. And then this one's going to be... that one's going to be fine. This one's also going to be fine, yeah, sure. Because the next thing to do is start mucking around with the inputs, because we want to get all of it to start with. I don't know how many more we want. That'll give us 4 more. We've got space for a ton, so let's just go. I don't know what I'm going to use these for, but I will use these for things later. And this is going to be the new input track, which is kind of enough out of the way. Actually, no, I do need a lot more than that, because it's not that just I need 4 more than these ones. Let's also just quickly break this so we don't get hit by any other trains that are arriving. We need more trains than the ones that are down here, so we actually need to go... you know, let's just have... is that going to be too many? That might be too many, because I've still got to get kind of this bit on there. Let's not drive it into the cliffs. Having to use fewer cliff explosives is better, and like there's no reason to. So that can go there. Signals. Get these guys out of the way. What are my bots doing? They're doing all that stuff fine. Okay, so the straight bit we need kind of looks like... are all of these going to be... I don't know that they are they? Some of them are going to be fuel ones. Also, as we're here, we should get rid of all of this stuff, because this is exactly the parking situation that's no longer going to exist, and it's just going to be in the way. Yeah, like all of that stuff we'll copy and paste again. All of this stuff needs to go, which is also why we extended these rubber port networks before, because because we absolutely want the housebots doing this. But then we also need to get this back in kind of quickly, because there are a lot of trains trying to wait here to get a lot of trains waiting around in various places with kind of important stuff to deliver. And this rubber port needs to be moved, so we might go and do that. Yeah, you guys are all doing a thing, sure. I don't need to give you any more robots, you guys have got all the robots you need. Oh, interesting. These things aren't evenly spaced. That I probably should have done this from the other way, like even these ones aren't lined up here. Good times. Okay. In that case, turn off my robots, because none of you guys want to be doing that. And then I guess we just option D all of this stuff again. That feels pretty bad. Because now all these robots are just going to go back somewhere, and then we're going to have them put it all back again. Oh well. But let's try and line this up this time, get that signal at the bottom with where these stations already are, because that's, you know, kind of important. And then these ones are yeah, this is the gap that I'm using when I'm using materials, but I've got a bigger gap when I'm using fuels. So which of these are going to be fuels and which are going to be materials? I'm going to have, yeah, so it's going to be copper for LDS, coal for LDS. Yeah, so I want another few here lining up with these ones, and then after that, let's also put these ones back in. After that, then we need another larger one. Actually, there's a bottom one there that's kind of that one. Okay. Because this is going to be copper. Yes, copper. Is that also the last? That was in fact the last of the purple ticks we needed. So everything is pretty much stationary now. I'm probably not going to use any of these things. Yeah, whatever. Until we get the purple science online. So this is going to be LDS copper, LDS coal, and what is this train? Why is a lot of stuff still broken? That stuff's still broken. Okay, we've got to go and fix that, because all the trains are going to be waiting for that to get done. Like this patch just here will have had basically every train on every station. Which one are you trying to go to? You're trying to go to Smeltface Iron. Why does Smeltface Iron not have... If I... that's a thing. That should be on that side. Yeah, we'll signal these guys a bit more. Signals are good. I reckon that's actually enough signals. Okay. Did I press Alt? I did press Alt. Okay. So now we've got enough train stations. And did we end up upgrading all the green ships? No. Okay, that's fine. That's just a thing that bots will continue to do. Now we actually need to do an LDS build. And I think I am actually going to straight up just double this. I think that's going to be a useful thing to do, for a couple of reasons, and then I guess that means we're also getting rid of a bunch of these trees and cliffs, which means I might need further automation of cliff explosives. Oh, there is another one hiding in there, isn't there? Fine. Yeah. because I was thinking about what the victory conditions for this would be. And that's like a luxury I think I now have, given that we've now got hard walls that are like 5 or 6 deep with the laser turrets and flamethrowers and bot networks repairing everything. Are we on? We're on 8, 9 now. Okay, so, you know, a behemoth sometime. And the place we're going is Spidertron. And like laser Spidertron. But this didn't actually require any like rocket launchers. It doesn't need any space science, and it didn't feel quite right to be doing Factorio without at least a couple of rocket launchers. And so the thing that struck me about that is, well, we've talked about laser spider. We can force ourselves to do a couple of rocket launches by saying the win condition includes energy weapons damage 7, which means we have to launch not just one rocket, but actually, because of production 3 modules, we'll need 3 rockets. But is there a firing speed as well? Is the laser firing? Where's the firing speed? There is, in fact, okay. There is not an infinite firing speed. Okay, so that's going to be our win condition. Have some Spidertrons. Have energy weapons damage 7. The reason why we're doing all the Kovarex stuff is for some of this as well, because these things require lots of the bright kind of stuff. So this means it is in fact worth thinking about how I'm getting all the rocket fuel and stuff in, and it also means that I need to think about how much of this kind of stuff, how much LDS I need, not just for yellow science, but also later for a rocket. So that's why we're going with 2 red belts of this. As I say 2 red belts, what I should actually do is copy 2 red belts of this to here. That's going to be kind of in the way. Okay, so let's go and move those things, because we can start getting some copper in. I guess it's going there. Do I actually need either of those anymore now? I don't think I do. That parking thing is entirely resolved. I can just have like normal looking. Let's move up. Actually, let's use this one here, and then there, and then like here, and you guys can disappear. And this means that this train station, which is actually, I will need this for both of these, won't I? I may have just overwritten the, yeah, I did. And there's copper. LDS copper and coal, all those things will work out. This needs to go here, and you need to rotate. All of this is still within some robobot range. It's still within some robobot range. So all of that's going to do a thing. I even have some carriages that I can put down. So I can say, you know, just go and do LDS copper until empty. Let's use the east wall again, because I think that should be. I think that'll work. How much fuel have I got at this point? Yeah, fine. Go and do that. Do I have? I don't have enough wagons. Can I build? No, I need more iron. Yeah, that's the way we can manage that. Just going to go and run and get some more iron so I can build. All my iron is pretty much blasting it. Give me the iron. Make 4 more carriages. That's exactly what I wanted. Why? Oh yeah, this is why none of the red build has been. Yeah, that's kind of obvious mistake. Sure, go there. Have one of those. Did I end up with lots of bots? Sure. So now the green outputs are getting upgraded, and I can. Let's just do it here, I guess. LDS coal, where's the LDS coal? Empty, and then I think I've still only got one coal station that's not very good. But check that I'm not going to get hit by it. That's a thing to deal with as well. Yeah, it's not very good. That definitely needs upgraded by the time we're going to be doing the LDS that we are. But yeah, we've now got these two belts that can come down here, and there was a split over here, so that's fine. I'm probably still going to use... Am I even going to have... Yeah, let's say we do something like... let's not do it like that. Let's do it like... Can I see what I was doing with that one? Because that means that I can have, you know, these undergrounds that I currently don't have on me. Can do that. So that's a pattern, and what was that? I couldn't even see that because of the tree. Yeah. Let's give this thing some power as well. Let's have another of these things like here, sure. Because now we have to figure out this LDS build that I've been thinking about but haven't actually got the equipment to do. Never mind, I guess we can do this with Q. Because I guess I want production modules in these things, so let's pretend we're building some of this stuff. I do have chem plants, which is good, because the idea is that chem plants are going to be doing the same kind of thing with direct insertion, yeah, making plastic, then direct inserting into two of these. And then I can also have, if I do something like this, that means I need one of these. These aren't, yeah, of course they're no problem. I should just put this one down, that's the whole point. Then if I have, it's going to need to be another coal belt, isn't it? Another question is, if I have these things like so, like if that's the pattern, I actually want these ones to be like hanging over the same. I want to be able to fit. Yeah, it's not going to work either way like that, is it? It's going to have to come out. I want to be able to fit a beacon in here. Can I do it with... And the answer, yeah, the answer to that is probably not really, because the other, like, we're going to have another belt down here, which is probably going to have both inputs and outputs for each of these guys. And these are going to be the LDS, low density structure, and then I can line up beacons on this side as well. Do I have speed modules? I do not have speed modules, that's fine. We can do it this way by saying, you know, you see these things, I want those, but there. And then also another one in here. And the thing is, if I have, because I want one nestled in here, so it also hits all of these guys. But this means that if I do have another belt here, then the gas has to be somewhere else. Like the gas line, as I copy and paste this further, I get another beacon on either side of the chem plant, which I could rotate, but it also doesn't really help. And the other thing is, I want to be able to take this setup and put it here. Does it actually matter? I could... Because I think I need, yeah, these the base speed of this guy is 1. Okay. It's got the beacon and the modules in it, so it doesn't actually show what the base speed is, but the base speed is 1.25, and the base speed of these things is 1, but we'll get another 0.16 from the productivity modules that come out, and basically I think I need about as many more modules, about as many more beacons like this on the other side in order for these things to balance these things. And what I might actually do... Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll need these 3 here to disappear. Which looks like it will work. That one stays. And then I want like that, and then I can belt braid gas with coal. Now the question is, did everything get powered? And I think the answer to that is no, because I need a thing in here and a thing like over here, and I ended up with these ones on the bottom, which is fine. But I think this is going to be the, oh yeah, we wanted, give me all of these back, because you guys want those, because I'm kind of short on gas. This is going to be the pattern that we're going to use to make a lot of LDS, and I think we want to start with two rows of 6, and these are lined up so that the beacons can... I had the grenades for this, didn't I? I made a bunch of grenades specifically to get these dudes out of the way. Thanks. Yeah, like that. So we've got all this stuff doing all this melting. We're going to have more coal arriving. And then after all of that, I mean, I think this is the amount that I want to deal with one red belt of copper going in. And I eventually want to double this like so, but not yet, because I don't need it yet, because it will only be relevant when I start to get a lot of the spaceship stuff out, like when I start thinking about launching satellites and stuff. But it does mean that I want to continue that pattern at least that far. But I think that's going to be our LDS build. And we'll be able to copy and paste that in a bit. We have to worry about connecting this thing up and connecting all the inputs. But otherwise I think that's going to be most of what we want. Copper goes here. Copper doesn't go there, goes here. And this is, yeah, I need some of these things on the top here. I need a lot of speed modules. This needs, oh yeah, I need a steel line as well. Let's suppose this thing here is my steel line. I also need, yeah, so I've actually got, what's going on here? And yeah, so I've already done the first load of stuff, that's fine. Where do I want the corner? Let's have a corner like so. And then I need another corner, and we'll leave some space for the steel to get in there somehow as well. Whatever. And then I need to figure out how to get the gas in there as well, which is also going to be fun. A splitter can go here, but I want a red one. That doesn't need to stay. Get some more of these. Okay. I used up all of the grenades, which is a bit of a shame. I no longer need trees. This coal goes into this one. Yep, so all of that is built. I need to get it plastic. I mean, I've got steel, but I probably won't use that for tanks for the other stuff. This here is the steel, or at least, you know, will be the steel. Get rid of those. So it could come this far. Splitter here. Oh, these guys are still in the way, sure. Okay, so this is going to put steel on the insides of both of these belts, which means that the LDS will be able to get it and put it on the outside. I think the next thing is going to be gas, isn't it? And I can fit that in like here. Like so. Are you guys, you're only going to be hit by, I really need, in order for this build to be a thing, I need the beacons that are like here, don't I? I mean, like, not hugely. That one's not going to be, let's not bother with that one, but this one will hit 3 things. So that's kind of worth. Okay. I think I'm in the position that if I connect up the steel, and then I connect up connect up the steel, connect up the gas, we should be in a position where, which feed do I want though? I actually don't have enough gas at the moment, and I kind of want to use like this or something, because I do in fact want to be able to make LDS all the time, and I do need a lot more gas. Okay, apparently we're doing that. Sure, that'll be a thing. And then steel. Steel is this belt here. And I think we're just going to thread it through, aren't we? It looks like it's going to come like this or something, you know, sure. I don't have undergrounds. Why do I not have undergrounds? I had undergrounds, okay, whatever. Do that. Come over here. Yeah. Bunch of faff here. That was not the thing I wanted. Oh wait, so this also needs to be upgraded to red because it's red going through. Sure. Let's run it over here. And that will be, other than the fact that we don't have, I thought we were blasting. Why am I not blasting this? That's full. So why am I not cracking? Okay, that's going to be a thing we're going to have to go look at, because that's kind of urgent. Because if I fix that, then I should have LDS. Actually, nearly. I'm going to have a problem with the steel, aren't I? Fortunately, the steel is all the way back over there, so that's good. Because the problem I'm going to have is this wants to filter for LDS. And same thing here. Except I've got it on the other side. Okay, fine. That side. Okay. Because otherwise both the steel and the LDS will go through there and be a problem. Okay. That's going to be probably enough of a cache for a moment. And then I wonder if I did build all the landfill I needed. Let's go, you know, landfill, landfill, landfill. I'll put some kind of purple yellow science thing here in a bit. Let's leave us a bit of water, because sometimes that's useful. But let's go and sort out whatever circuit condition is being a problem there, because that's going to be a major issue. Should have used the trees. Gotta find a way to get rid of the trees. Over here. What's going on with that? Because that's supposed to be the major source of our petrochem stuff. Because all of this is doing what it can at the moment. I've actually got kind of enough oil there immediately. But we were expecting to be like arriving with a significant supply of stuff from this tank. Did I get this condition wrong? Oh yeah, less than 10k. Yeah, no, we want that above 10k. That one always just fills up this reservoir, which we're going to use for a bunch of different things. But yeah, this pump here absolutely wants to be sending the overflow down there. Okay, so now we should have. Let's also just get this guy back. Now we absolutely should have a lot of stuff being produced, and it's now bottlenecked by the rate at which I am cracking the light oil, which I'm completely fine with. That's a good thing to be bottlenecked by at this point. Okay, so let's go and build some yellow science. Get back here, I guess. Oh, that was one of the other things, wasn't it? These diagonal parts currently do not have lasers, so the vertical stretches of this will have lasers. That is some landmines being destroyed. Well done. And they're probably also getting shot by lasers. Not getting shot by lasers yet. Okay, fine. Let's get out of the way of anyone who's doing a thing. Yeah, so the steel was always going to go down to the bottom. That was always going to be a thing that happened. But now I'm making LDS at a kind of reasonable rate, I guess. I mean, that's going to be all we need for blue science. Yeah, we got these guys which you have to figure out how to get out, and it might just be doing something as silly as doing this. They're going to be on the outside of the belt, so if I do that and then one of these, do they end up... Oh yeah, the trick about this being, let's also do all of that as well. I need blue circuits, which are over here. We didn't need that bit of stuff anyway. It'd be good to keep this bit of road as accessible road. Yeah, good. So the ones we make will still have priority, and then this huge cache will be used to top up whatever's left over. So let's actually do the lasers first. Lasers should be pretty fast to do, because mostly I don't want to spend too much time on them. If we have one of those there, and we do like... Actually, let's do this with a bit more space, because I do want to do something that has kind of the same pattern of 3 as we already have, and then just put this in a bunch of places, probably behind... Is it going to be behind the lasers? Is it going to be next to the flamethrowers? Do I even only want... Like, I'm looking at the amount of coverage I'm getting because of the silly diagonal stuff. I think I might only want actually 2 lasers per pole, something like that. And then I can just have a bunch of these. And that will be shrugs well defended enough. Yeah, I think the one that sits in just wants to go, doesn't it? In all those cases, it's too far away to be useful to anything. These ones might actually be too close to the wall. That might be a thing we'll deal with later. If I just end up taking damage, then whatever. Yeah, like a decent blueprint would have been a better way to handle all of this, but you know, things we're not doing. And we're kind of only really worried about the behemoths for this stuff. The flamethrowers will deal enough damage. Do you have in your network the big power poles? That's kind of a big deal. Yes, you do. It's fine. But you're kind of low on the medium power pole, so we might have to deal with that as well. Okay, that makes it sound, especially as everything else has stopped. And you know, what do we actually want next? The thing we're actually going to want next is the logistics system. We haven't built any logistics robots yet. We could have, like the auto trash slots and things like that are kind of useful. There's some mods that, with like waste products and picking up things that make them more useful. But what we really want is the requester chest, and that will allow us to simplify a lot of things. But we also can't do that yet because we don't have yellow science. So let's do the same thing. Actually, I want one with 4 modules in it. Is that true? I really want one with like 6 modules in it. Anyway, we're going to do the same thing. Are we going to do it this way? We might. Yeah, we are. For reasons. How much space do I need? Let's say I need that much space. And how many of these do I want? That'll be 10. 10 is probably going to be enough. Actually, let's just move it down a bit because I might actually want to beacon the outside of these as well. But basically, we're going to have, okay, that there, upper priority, right, that's still in the wrong place, well done. Yeah, something like that, you know, enough of these things. And then these guys can, like, what's a non-ugly way of doing this? I think they're all just going to be, I mean, this is the ugly corner. I'm going to be like, you know, fine, whatever, we'll do this in an ugly way. Do that, and come up here, go across here. Then the LDS can come down here and onto the inside of that. Come across this far. This actually wants to be a little more out of the way because we need one more space here for a thing that will check yellow science, which will come down here like so. Then we need, all of these can be Can I not copy both of those? Managed to not copy both of those, never mind. Yellow science. And then also, because these guys are kind of a big deal, we want productivity module 2s in all of these things. And then we want some power on these things, and we want this little block to be copied. And they still have the upgrade planner stuff in them, which is fine. That didn't connect, that did connect. Why are these guys not? I guess someone else is dealing with it, sure. So now we've got yellow science coming up. We've got LDS being made. Let's also quickly do a thing where we go upper priority. That's not going to be far enough, is it? I'm going to put it back here because we want to go upper priority right. And now if we end up with too much LDS, we'll have a buffer of that as well. So that's nice. And we're making yellow science. In fact, we've already made a bunch of yellow science. Oh yeah, the other thing we wanted How many of these do I want so far? I probably want a couple. Is that the right? No, it's too far away. Let's just do the ones that are well spaced. Okay, so that's a bunch of yellow signs. Haven't actually figured out how much of this I need, but it's gonna get beaconed because this stuff is valuable and we want to put our best production modules in it, and so we'll scale this with beacons rather than with more builds, and this will still be... I've run out of red chips. Have I run out of red chips because gas? Is that... Yeah, I've run out of red chips because of gas. I probably want... That isn't full yet. I was going to say I probably want another of these trains. What I probably want to do is beacon and module all of this stuff, because that's not done yet either. But why did I change that? This can just come straight across here, and then I don't have any long-hand inserters with me at the moment, but let's just do, you know, that's going to be kind of hideous, but also fine. And so we've cached 800 purple science that we're not kind of doing anything with. Kind of want to get rid of the blue science buffer now. It's kind of not doing anything for me. And also wanted to do a thing here. Yeah, let's also do that. So this buffer will also exhaust itself. I've got some of these. Did I want to do that? I probably didn't. I probably wanted to keep those and get some more of these just to do the other prod mod upgrades, because we still want more prod mods. I'm going to grab all of that, wander over here to the wagon crafting system and throw in the prod mods and all of those. Yeah, I think that's a decent place to leave it, because we've got, actually let's see some, I was going to say let's see some yellow science in a lab. That's kind of cheating. This is the yellow science we want to see in a lab. We will cache a ridiculous amount of this, but that's okay. What's getting attacked? You're getting attacked. That's all fine. Are we still on? We're still on 0.89. We don't need those to exist anymore. Have we had any of this other? Because we had mines up here that are still just intact, and that's fine. And these mines are also just, you know, also doing a thing. I was going to take that more tanks and turbines, but I haven't, but it's also completely fine. All these things are filled up. This guy is slowly working its way through dealing with reprocessing stuff. I've got a lot of fuel now, and then I've got, yeah, a lot of nasty, cheap, non-scalable Kovarex that we made scale. And yeah, we're doing a lot of yellow science. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to do. One last thing to get these. I think next time is going to be like build a proper modules farm. At the moment we're still doing stuff like that and just using the wagon crafting system, which is a bit nasty. But now that we've got this yellow science online, yeah, what do we do next? Do we bolster the gas next? We kind of need the gas because we need the plastic for all of this stuff, and also for all of the red chips. To bolster the plastic, we need the modules, which are... Okay, I actually have a decent number of modules. I have some number of production modules. Let's grab some more of those. And then I'm pretty sure I should have a decent number of beacons. Yeah, I got a lot of beacons. So that's what we're going to be doing next time. Beacons and modules. We're going to need more modules than that. Like, let's just do that. But yeah, we're in pretty good shape. We're doing some yellow research. We've got yellow research online. These guys are going to upgrade when they can. We've got blue chips being manufactured. We've got all the things we want. Oh, this is also why red chips are a bit slow. Yeah, we might have to do that a bit better, eh? We might have to put... I think that's a thing to do next time. The first thing to do next time is make this cache better, so that too many of these frames doesn't block up these red chips, because we're making red chips. We're just not able to use the red chips, especially as this beacon thing is taking most of them. So yeah, but still, good times. yellow science. Logistics system will happen soon. You were just doing it slowly because we don't have enough stuff. But yeah, good times.